Guys, I think this is going to be spectacular. Here's the issue here. When it comes to disinformation, misinformation, or just information in general, it honestly all depends on when you're hearing it, a lot of the times. Because sometimes what's labeled as misinformation is only misinformation because you're hearing it today, right? If that makes any sense. You're hearing it today, but then in a week, you find out that the misinformation was an actual true statement. Now what do? You yelled at the person for basically saying something that was against the grain, and it turns out that it was true. Now what do? Do you make an actual apology, guys? I'm going to go ahead and say this here. The right and the left, both, absolutely suffer from disinformation campaigns consistently. And that's based off of what some of the videos that you guys send me. I can just tell you at the end of the day, a lot of it is just propaganda or just overall disinformation. And I would say the left and the right are both guilty of this equally. In fact, equally. You have CNN on the right that says a lot of crazy things, and then you have, on the left, apologies. Then you have Fox on the right that also says a lot of crazy things. Everyone does disinformation. That's just the reality of the current media, playing ground. That's available to us right now, guys. Is disinformation illegal? Not really, guys. I'm pretty sure that's covered. That's covered. I think that's covered. That's even though it sucks, it's covered. But let's go and check this out immediately. See where this takes us, guys. Again, misinformation is only misinformation because you're hearing it today. A lot of the times, at least, guys. But either way, this is a suggestion via a channel member. Name of the video is "Who Decides What Is Misinformation." Check it out.
What do you think is important for the country?
I think. Well,
pick your top 2 issues. What are the top 2 issues for the country?
Let's hear
the
them.
top 2 issues for the country is
What do you want to see happen in the next 4 years?
Getting rid of disinformation.
Okay, starting early.
Securing more hope in our system.
So disinformation is protected by the First Amendment. You would agree?
Yes. Disinformation when it comes to news outlets is what I'm mainly talking about.
So you and I both agree we should pull CNN's broadcasting license.
More like Fox News.
Same.
So that's the point, is that all of a sudden, CNN has a right to be able to do what they do. Fox has a
Fox
right
News is actually currently, I think about a year ago, is going through a defamatory
Do you think that
court case.
Okay,
do you think that it should be legal to have different opinions? Of course you
Absolutely.
do. So where
Illegal?
do you... Legal.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm mainly talking about news corporations, or like news outlets, and also big media figures who can spin sort of disinformation, and that can swing the election. For example, like Elon Musk.
Okay, she's incredibly biased. I mean, she's basically pointing out things that, for the most part, only will have benefit to her side of the aisle. Basically, you can hear where this is going. Basically, okay, so what if someone that I don't like, or someone says something about someone who I don't like, that's mean. But what about the things that are said specifically from her side, right? That this side here doesn't actually like. It's the craziest thing in the world. Okay, we need to have a middle ground. You don't like what they're saying, ignore it. If you don't like what they're saying, ignore it, bro. But let's continue.
Targeting people on his platform that are liberal and targeting or like pushing out.
Why should that be illegal?
Because he's trying to sway the election.
So he's a citizen. Should Taylor Swift not be able to speak about? She's swaying the election.
Well, no.
How is Taylor Swift and Elon Musk different? She's far more popular than Elon Musk.
Because Elon Musk on his platform is prohibiting information about Kamala Harris.
No, he's not.
Let me just say one thing.
Notice she said his platform, bro. You're talking about a private enterprise, okay? Unfortunately, or fortunately, the private enterprise does not actually have the U.S. Constitution in a sense, guys. Okay, if you are messing with a private business has the ability to just completely negate whatever it doesn't like.
And we're all against
even if it was
disinformation
true.
here, but let me just ask you 2 pieces of disinformation that we know are disinformation. Where did the pandemic begin?
A lab in Wuhan,
In
China.
In a lab?
No.
You don't think it began in a lab in China because that's not widely accepted that that's where it began. Yet if you said that in 2020, and I don't blame you, I blame the fact that we created disinformation in this country.
Yeah, you're a victim of disinformation.
Absolutely.
Because it was created in a lab.
It was created in a lab in
Not
Wuhan.
in a bat cave. Yeah.
And I don't even blame you.
The Bat Cave.
I don't even blame you
It was in a
because
bat
the
cave.
government stopped you from being able to know that.
Right.
So right now we're having a conversation where you believe that the pandemic did not begin, that COVID-19 did not begin in a lab in China, because guess what? That's exactly what our government required you to believe.
What
If
evidence
anybody
do
said
you
it
have
did,
that
they
was
required it to
created
be
in a lab?
censored.
What
Well,
evidence do you have
evidence.
that was created in a lab?
We can
you have
trace
actually
it right
you
back
now
there.
actually have the
It's a lot.
genetics of the virus to be able to go back to actually the
Oh my
lab that was
God.
manipulating
This
a
is sad.
non-human virus. So it was never a naturally occurring virus. The only way that they now know based on the
wait,
genes.
SARS is not a naturally occurring
SARS-CoV.
virus?
SARS-2, you mean?
SARS-CoV-2 is not.
It's current.
How?
Again,
It
this
spreads.
is-
It was
this is-
designed to spread more
this is
rapidly, which
too
is exactly
radical.
why it did.
How?
But suffice to say that now
How?
at least every major scientist or medical researcher today who said 2 years ago that it did not believes this is the most likely origin of the pandemic, and yet most of the public, including even yourself, believes what the
Right.
government told us 2 years ago. That's actual disinformation. Let me ask you another thing. Was the Hunter Biden laptop story on the eve of the last election, the 2020 presidential election? There was a lot of compromising information about Hunter Biden found on a laptop that was found about a month before the election. Was that made up or was that actually true?
Hunter Biden was prosecuted.
No, was
That's
the
not the
laptop
question.
story, was it true or false?
It doesn't matter. He was
Turns
not
out it was
does
true, but
matter.
you were told it was false. So we share with you a passion
Who
for
said it was false?
getting rid of disinformation.
You
the way we
guys
do it
everybody.
for free speech.
Everybody.
The Central Intelligence Agency came out and signed a letter, 50 of them, saying that this was Russian disinformation. I lost my Twitter account because I started to share the Hunter Biden laptop during the election. 1 in 4 swing voters during the 2020 election said they would have voted differently if they knew about the Hunter Biden laptop. That's our own government.
Hunter
And that's
Biden's not running
disinformation.
for presidency.
Yeah, but his father,
What does
his
that
dad
mean?
was all throughout the laptop talking about foreign deals, Chinese cash, Ukrainian meetings, Russian deals. All that was in the laptop.
Hunter Biden was prosecuted.
Right, that's not the
Just
point.
like how Trump was
Oh my,
prosecuted.
oh
Right,
my,
right.
oh
So-
my God.
Yeah, we got that. So I'm going back, though, to the laptop. Our own government came in and said that that laptop was Russian disinformation. Let me
This is not a worthy debate, bro. I mean, the information is not hitting her. It's purely emotion. When she said the two biggest things that could change the country, basically, the first question, she's talking about hope, feelings, bro. We need a little bit more than feelings and emotions to fix the United States of America currently. Its current situation is not going to, to fix it. It's not going to involve anyone's feelings, bro. Okay, but let's go for hope and bigger government. Sure, why not?
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you believe that saying that closing schools during COVID was a good thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Largely.
That is now widely accepted as being epidemiologically wrong, morally wrong.
Who?
Everything.
We got a lot of
Oh
kids who
my
are now suffering
God,
from mental
bro.
health disorders. You got a lot of kids who have failed to socially, who are 2, 3, 4 years old,
But
that grew up into that,
more
never going to be the same
importantly-
again.
More
Look at
importantly,
Gen
should I
Z.
have been able to
That's
say
not true.
during the pandemic that closing schools was wrong?
You as an individual?
And my media company.
Your media company? Probably not. But you as an individual? Sure.
So we're going
I'm tired of her,
I
bro.
agree, and this one we're going to agree
I'm
to disagree.
tired of
We're
her,
gonna
You have
bro.
a
point of
Stalinist view of speech, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie,
Yeah.
I think we even the labels aside, if somebody
Yeah, stop completely Stalinist. Oh, I don't like what you're saying, so you can't say. Bro, what are you talking? You want to represent the United States of America. That's what you're doing right now, right? You want your side to win this the presidential election, but look at what we're getting. Guys, this is a terrible example, but I think this is honestly 90% of Kamala's voters.
believes that you should not have been able to say during the pandemic that schools should remain open, if it's your belief that a media company should not have been allowed to say that,
Emotions.
then I think if you're voting for Kamala Harris, you are voting for the right candidate for you. I truly believe
Right.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
She is the censorship candidate. Her belief of the world
No, I-
is that if Charlie
in
Kirk
fairness.
and Elon Musk get too
So
powerful,
when Donald Trump said that people who kneel for the national anthem should go to jail, is that free speech?
well, he never said they should go to jail. He
Yes,
said
he did.
they're not patriotic. He never
And
said they
he's-
should go to jail.
yes, he did.
Again,
You
I
can look
hate.
that up.
He never said they should go to jail.
Yes, he did.
Okay, see this again. You are a victim of disinformation.
No, I'm
Let me
not.
ask you just one more question. Can men give birth?
Can men give birth?
Go.
If
Don't
they're
you do it.
transgender?
So again, I mean, the beauty
That's
of this
a fact.
country, no, but the beauty of this country is that she gets to have that view
Right.
and vote for who she wants. And I think we have laid out
Right.
here, this is a Kamala Harris voter, right? If you believe men can give birth, vote for Kamala Harris, not Donald Trump. If you believe
What?
that you should not have been allowed to say as a media company that schools should not have closed during COVID-19, that you should have been banned from saying it, absolutely Kamala Harris is your candidate, not Donald Trump.
Your
But
media,
this
your
lays
media
out this
company
lays
should
out the
not-
choice in the
your
election.
media company should not put out disinformation.
But who? Let me just one more question. Who judges
Oh my
its
God,
disinformation?
bro.
Who's in charge of that standard?
It depends on what it is. If we're talking about COVID, we should look for the medical scientists and doctors.
Were they wrong about anything during COVID?
Some things.
So then why should we give
Like
them
what?
unilateral authority? This is where we're different. We believe the
this
first.
is science, not scripture. So science can be changed. Yes, that's
mean-
how science works. It's always
Okay.
evolves. We believe that the Earth was in the center of the universe.
Should a
then
media
science
company
evolved.
be allowed to say that change is not an existential risk to humanity?
Oh no,
It
this video is about to get
depends
flagged.
on what type of data that they're putting out.
Why would
So if
you
a
say
media
that
company
word?
says the change agenda
You said it again.
is made up on false premises and that, you know what, global surface temperature should be allowed to go up, should they be banned from saying it?
Should a media company say that bleach is good to drink?
They should
Or-
be allowed to say
First
it.
of all, that
They
never
should be allowed
happened.
to drink.
That never happened. Never happened.
they
never
should be allowed to
happened.
say that?
And they should be allowed to say it, of course, because the First Amendment protects all speech, hate speech, disinformation, misinformation, and
Right.
correct speech. You cannot
For
police
an individual.
and companies and individuals, LLCs.
Companies
social
are run by individuals.
Platforms. The free speech transcends all platforms all the time, and
Okay.
you cannot all of a sudden.
I think this is useful because I do think there's a difference in
it's
opinion.
so illuminating.
This is not even a learning experience for her, bro.
And if you have the views you do, I do think Kamala Harris is your candidate.
Yeah.
And the final point
And the
is
beauty of our
under,
country is we
under
can do
your
this.
view, last thing, let's say
Just
Trump
leave it
wins
at
and
that.
becomes supreme dictator of America. Why would you give him the power to shut up liberal media?
What?
You believe that the experts or whatever should be able to close disinformation. If Trump were to win, why would you give him that power to shut up liberal media?
If the liberal media is wrong?
But Trump would say they're wrong, so he'll shut it up. But that's the
Is
point.
Trump an expert?
He'd
Okay,
be the
that's the
president.
point. Is that at some point, that's
Oh
why
my
you should have
God.
First Amendment, because it's whoever's in charge gets to
Oh
determine
my.
what is right or wrong. That is what Orwell wrote about.
When it comes to medical and
She doesn't know who that is.
scientific
The
things
sci-
like that, it should be.
They were wrong about everything. They were wrong about 6 feet to
Bro, talk about keeping up with the Kardashians. She'll catch
slow
it.
the spread. They were wrong about the vaccine, safe and effective. They were
Wait,
And they were wrong about whether the Earth revolves around the sun, by the way.
the heliocentric
They've been
theory
wrong
of
for a
Guess
long
who
time.
debunked that?
The
Other
experts,
scientists.
through
And not
free speech,
politicians, right?
through free speech and
That
open
was another-
debate,
that was
we
a
need
great
more of in the
open
country.
debate
now.
gets you to truth, not totalitarianism. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
No. Oh my. Okay, the only valid thing that I can basically say that she pointed out was there is, in fact, disinformation coming from both sides. I mean, she didn't really acknowledge that it's also coming from her side. That's a weird one, but you have to be fully, cognizant of, what's happening kind of around you. She seems not to be. She's stuck in her corner, and that corner is the only corner that she can basically exist in, unfortunately. I'm not sure she has the ability to kind of look past her emotions in this context here. She doesn't have it. She can't, and it's sad, bro. It's sad. But I'm not sure. How about this? No. I'm sure she's voting, as Vivek said here, guys. I think she's voting for the correct candidate. And that's kind of what I've been saying forever now. I don't care who you vote for. I just want to make sure that you're voting for someone who has the ability to affect you directly. Don't loan out your vote for anyone's cause. Forget all of that nonsense. I mean, your vote is your literal vote. It's no one else's. And yeah, she definitely, she's 100% voting for Kamala Harris. Everything that she says, she sounds like the common typical. Not very aware of the fact that her side is also causing things. And that's the part that I think frustrates me the most during, this dialogue here. This was not a worthy debate partner, guys. It wasn't. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I am absolutely frustrated in encountering this, but we shall move on, guys.
Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.